that's it for today, and I hope you really enjoy the end of the summer wherever you live, and thanks again for watching. So I'm using some ofra eyeshadows today, and together probably with some jossi bitton, maybe to do a little bit more of a matte look. Not completely matte, of course. I mean, in the middle I always have some kind of sheen and shimmer. But I will use at least these two from ofra, and this one is Winter Rose Glow. They call it blush and eyeshadow. Of course, you can use it all over. They don't have any perfume in them, and it's like finely milled and all those kind of things. So you can use them on the eyes or on the cheeks, whatever. But yeah, so they kind of pointed out that you can do it. Anyway, so this one is one color that I will use also on the eyes, probably, and also on the cheeks. Kind of really like a rosy color like that. Rosy brownish, I would call it. Rosy brownish something. And the other one is bark, and it's a grayish brown like that. Completely matte, and yeah, really, oh, I'm covering it up. Completely matte and pigmented. Okay, I will probably start by putting this one in the crease. This Winter Glow kind of color. Just with a big fluffy brush like this. See how that will work out. I mean, there is some sheen in it, but it's nothing, you know, nothing serious. I don't think so, at least. I forgot to do any nail polish today. Oh well. Yeah, I suppose that's good in the crease. So I'm using now this cream kind of color for the brow bone. It's a jossi bitton palette that looks like that, with you know, pretty neutral colors in it. Just because I did get up really high up here, but it doesn't really matter because anyway I'm using this really light color over it a bit. I'm kind of blending it with this one too today, because why not? I will use the same light color in the inner corner. I will just take a smaller fluffier brush like that. So it's a matte, and usually I use just sheen in the inner corner, but I thought maybe to, at least to begin with, use something matte over there, just to lighten it up a bit without sheen and shimmer, and see what that will be like. Maybe it's a good idea. Okay, I will take from this same palette this matte kind of light orangey brown, just a bit in there too. I don't know exactly where even. I will take a smaller brush maybe for it. Because it's lighter than the one I used before, so it should be higher up, but you know. Now, since I already put here something else, I will just see what it will look like. It probably doesn't do much. I just really want to have color in this area because it's so wrinkly and puffy. Nowadays, it's like, yo. So I will use now this bark, the matte grayish brown, with a brush that you can use also to blend with, but I will use it now for putting the color on. And let's see what that will look like. Outer corner. It's a really pretty grayish brown. I will take it inside like that a bit. And of course blend after. I'm gonna have to use something with sheen and shimmer in the middle of the lid, that's for sure. And I'm taking it out pretty high up because of the wrinkly puffiness and hoodiness that I have in my eyes. So I'm dragging it up like that, or pulling it down, whatever you want to call it. And then of course I have to blend it in these wrinkles that here. A little bit higher even here. This is my more hooded side. So you see what I'm doing? Kind of really making a line like that. I know Pixie Woo has, you know, they have plenty of videos on all kinds of eyes. So they also have one hooded eyes and the best way to do a hooded eye. And this was definitely the one that works the best, I think. Just like a line up like that with a matte, preferably a matte shadow. A little bit darkish, but not too dark either, maybe. You can always make it darker close to the lashes, and then, you know, go a little bit lighter up here. And then blend, blend, blend. And if you need, go over it a few times. And then you get it, you know, it helps a little bit, you know. Of course, you still have the wrinkles and the puffiness there, but it looks a little bit less maybe. This after you do the mascara and everything, you feel a bit better. Yeah, and when you woke up in the morning and everything is a puffy mess and you can hardly see anything. You need matches to open your eyes in the morning. Sometimes I feel like that. Yes. Okay, so I'm taking the same bark, this color, under eye a bit here too. Pulling it out. And I shouldn't use a smaller brush, but I'm using the same one. Since I don't have anything else but sunscreen on my face. Not making that mistake again, like the foundation before my eyes, because I'm just too messy for that kind of thing. It doesn't suit my way of doing makeup. So I start to realize that I need to do more under my eyes and in the outer corner like that, instead of, you know, just working on top of the, you know, on top of the eye, because of all this here. So anyways, it's almost under, everything gets almost covered like that. And then what you see, it's only what you have here, like, and here. You don't really see the lid at all anymore on this side. So I have to work more on this part of the eye actually. And maybe fluff it up a bit more and not make it so precise. That it can, you know, make this part a little bit less wrinkly and loose skin looking, because there's a lot of loose skin over there. So again, just I should clean the brush in between, since I'm using the same one until now with this dark color, and continue blending a bit. And I'm leaving it on purpose. I don't know how much I'm going to leave of this dark color, like this fluffy and smoky out here. Now I'm using this color under the eye with the smaller brush that I used before with the matte light color in the inner corner. Also going just on top of what there is and a little bit further inside, since this is a really nice and warm shade. So I'm constantly changing up. I'm adding some more of this matte one here, lower down to my lashes. I'm constantly trying to, you know, find better ways to do my makeup as time goes by, because it starts to be challenging to use any color and to make it look like I didn't overdo it, or that it's actually doing something good. So I think I will use this Meteor from Dior, this Monofusion one. It's a really pretty bronzy gold like that. Now on the other eye, I will try and use this Monofusion with a brush and see if it's gonna be, you know, any much difference if I do it like that. And I will take a synthetic brush like that, because they tend to be hard to put on like that. But let's see, maybe it's just a little bit. You see, doesn't look the same to me, but maybe I have to work a bit more on it. Why not take this one a tiny bit under the eye as well in the middle? Just because I feel like. So I'm using the same brush that I used on this eye, just to see if I can use a brush, because I really rather use brushes, and go over just a tiny bit here. I believe that's it for eyeshadow. I do have to do, of course, the brows and curl lashes, and maybe I just feel every time I do eyeshadow under that I have to have a liner inside the waterline, something inside the waterline. I'm tight lining with this Bourjois Clubbing Ultra Black one. I had to use the clubbing also in the waterline because it just got messy with the other one. You know, it came down from the and mixed together with the light one. Just messy looking. So now it's darker. So I used YSL Touche Éclat 2 colors, and loose powder from Boas that has a little bit of a color to it, like a, yeah, it's number 3, but it's like it's very messy. That's what I hate with loose powders. Kind of a beigey, not too beigey though, there's some yellow in it too, so it's kind of a nice color when you need a little bit more extra coverage. And now it's definitely time to use this one on the cheeks then. Yeah, it's the first time I try it on the cheeks, so I will see how this goes. So I'm trying to put it on with this, you know, fluffier kind of brush, but I don't really see that it's so good. It's kind of, because it's so sparse, you know, it's really stuck on the bristles. I don't know what's with this one, but I never really liked this brush actually. Not for foundation, not for anything on my skin, I don't know. I'm pushing it together and just a little bit on the tip of the nose like that. The way I usually do it, I don't know. It's not contouring really, it's just kind of putting some freshness to the nose. Still didn't do my brows. I'm using this L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper, they call it. This is the lightest color and it has some gold shimmer in it, which I really like. And it's a really small brush like this, or a wand. So kind of just brushing in this one and see if I want to put anything else, you know. Now one thing that I usually have to do after I do my foundation and the powder and everything, I set it here in these lines, even if I try not to go too close to those, but you have to have a little bit coverage everywhere when you have skin like me. So here and here, I usually, you know, go and check it that I don't have it in lines. And my forehead has to be kind of set, you know, straightly after. I just go over with the sponge and then I set it straightly, because otherwise it's straightly in those lines. So yeah, here I don't want to powder too much either, so that's why I kind of go over and, you know, just check it in my fingers. Yeah, something on my lips I need. What kind of colors do I have here now? I wonder if this this blush is a little bit splotchy looking, maybe, I don't know. And I should have put it, of course, here too. But so I think in my forehead I will just use this lighter version of the Smashbox bronzer, the matte bronzer in Kissed Matte. It looks like that, and it's really nice and kind of peachy, brownish like that. So I will use just a bit of this one instead of the, I don't know if this one could be good for this. I'm trying other, you see it's really light like that, like a peachy kind of color. I don't know, this one is probably not good for this either. I don't know why I'm into these brushes when I don't like them. It was the closest brush, I think. Well, maybe it's okay just here like that. Nothing else. I won't do any more bronzer or anything. On the lips, I'm just using this Smashbox old version of lip pencil in medium. Okay, so I just filled it in a bit with this too. And here, I tend to take it a little bit, you know, over the lips like this. Not completely sharp like that. Soften it up a bit. Something like that. Okay, I'm using on the lips this brown one from Shiseido. It's a satin kind of color like that, really in brown, and just dabbing it in like this. So I suppose that's enough for this look. And yeah, my hair starts to be like, just like this nowadays. Not doing anything with it because I don't want to put any heat on it. Yeah, and it starts to grow out, and soon I need to do something with the roots, and I don't know what I want to do yet, so I'm letting it grow a bit more. And yeah, so that's it, like a really summery, half smoky eye, and yeah, with warm colors. I tend to go a lot for warm colors, since they also look better on blue eyes, I think. And yeah, so have a really good day and end of summer, and thanks again for watching.